Hello, friends. I am so happy you are here. My name is Kelly Moore, and I just want to say thank you so much for actually taking the steps towards pursuing your goals and your dreams, changing your life, and doing something different. I know how big of a step this is. For me personally, everything that I have gone through has been a lived experience. It's been the constant trial and error, trying to try something new and then failing and finding a new way. And for me, this happened about 5 years ago. I was tired of living the same old life. I was tired of recreating the same scenario in different people. I was tired of feeling like I completely let myself down because as a child, I was given a purpose and I knew that I was always meant to do what I am doing now. I just didn't know what it looked like and I didn't know how to get there. And so I want to say that I am so proud of you for actually taking the steps to change your life because I know that it's not an easy one. So we're going to go over a couple of things. This is really going to be a foundational video to give you an idea of what we're going to be doing. Number one, when it comes to changing your life and changing your reality, it's really about consistency. It's about believing that you can actually do it. It's, the hard part is leading up to this. So everything that you've experienced up until now has probably been really difficult for you. And that's the reason why you're here. And I just want to say that the really hard stuff is behind you. You're now in a place where you have the ability to change your life. And it is very simple. So this program is not something that is going to be hard. It's going to be up to you if you're going to stay consistent with it, if you're willing to do the things that it's going to require for you to change your life. So this first video is really a foundational video. And the first question that I have for you guys, and this is the first thing that I was asked when I decided to actually take the steps to change my life. And that is, are you willing? Are you willing to do what it takes to actually change your life? Are you willing to take the steps? Are you willing to be consistent? Are you willing to actually be honest with yourself and look at the deeper, darker parts of yourself that are preventing you from moving forward? And that's really what that question is about, because a lot of people think that they're ready to change, but when it comes time to actually do the work, they'll do it for a couple of days and then they fall off. And as somebody who struggles with procrastination, I struggle with self-sabotage. I'm sure that you can relate. It can be difficult at times. You really don't feel like you're worthy of changing your life. Or maybe you have people around you in your environment that make you feel like you're never going to succeed at anything. And I just want you to know that we're moving all of that aside. We're no longer thinking that way, and we're actually taking the steps to do the work. So I always tell people, ask yourself this question. And I know that, we could talk about this for a really long time, but I want you to be really honest with yourself and do this on a daily basis. And that is, on a scale of 1 to 10, are you willing to do the work? And I want you to give yourself an honest answer and do this every single day, because if you're not in a space to receive the information, if you're not in a headspace to actually do the work, then you're wasting your time. And this is a moment where you really have to get honest with yourself. And I know that most of you have probably already started doing some of the work, but now we're going to structure it so that it actually gives you the results that you're looking for. But we have to start being honest with ourselves. And I was in a place where I was so incredibly fed up with the way that my life was looking and going that there was this fire inside of me. And I hope that you're in that place right now, because that's actually what's going to fuel you into changing your life. So have a really honest conversation with yourself. You don't have to just ask it really quick and give an answer. This is something I want you to spend the day thinking about. Are you willing to actually do the work? Are you willing to do the things that are going to change your life? Are you willing to tell people that this is my time? I have been giving myself to other people for so long, and now it is time for me. It's time for me to do the things that I have always wanted to do. And that is not easy for somebody who has been maybe a toxic people pleaser like me. I loved doing things for other people. I loved to be that person that people came to, but I never wanted to do the work for myself. And so we really have to get honest with ourselves. And that is the first question, because when it comes to changing your life, It's not hard to do. The steps that we take are not hard to do. It's a matter of willingness to actually do the work, to actually look ourselves in the eye and say, you know what? I haven't been willing up until this point, and now I'm ready to change my life. So ask yourself that question. And I also want to tell you guys to make sure that you have journals. Get you a couple of journals. You don't have to get anything expensive. Maybe go to the dollar store or Five Below. They have some for $5 that you can get that are like a pack of 5. And keep these journals with you, because the more that you are expressing yourself through writing and journaling, the more you're actually going to reveal the things that are actually keeping you from moving forward. So get you a bunch of different journals. I have probably 30 or 40 of them, and I can actually go back and look at day one compared to now and see how much I have shifted and changed. Because there was a moment in the beginning where I didn't really believe that I could do it. And I'm sure that a lot of you are in this space where you're like, I don't know if I can actually do this. You're doubting yourself. You're telling, in the past, I've never completed anything. Maybe you purchased a course and you didn't complete it because only 7% of people complete courses. It really takes you being that fed up with your situation to take the steps to move forward. So it's okay if you're in that place. It's okay if you're kind of doubting what this program can do, but ultimately you are the one that's going to change your life. I can give you all of the information. I can tell you all of the things, but if you're not willing to do the work and you're not willing to stay consistent, you're not going to get anywhere. So that is the first thing that I wanted to share with you guys. Make sure you have your journals. Number 2, what we're going to do is we're really going to identify in what areas that are keeping us stuck. And you're going to think that you have to do all this extravagant work, but what we're doing, you're already doing it. Everything that we're going to be doing, it's a lifestyle. It's not this time that you're carving out in a day to be like, ooh, I got to go do this work. This is stuff that you're going to be doing throughout the day in your normal routine, but we're going to shift it from the routine that you have now that's keeping you stuck. Maybe you're self-sabotaging. Maybe you have addictive behaviors. Maybe you're reacting harshly to criticism. Maybe you're unable to speak up for yourself. There's tons of different things that you're probably doing, and what we're doing is we're going to dive deep and pinpoint the areas that are keeping you stuck. And sometimes it can be simple as the habits that you have. And that's the magic of it, is you identify what your habits are, because problems are just habits. And if we can shift our habits to things that actually create movement and growth, you can completely change your life. So we're going to talk a little bit about detoxing the body, detoxing the mind, and getting a clear vision of what it is that you want. Because ultimately, you are the creator. You're the one that is going to shift everything, and it's all about believing that you have the ability to. If you had come to me 10 years ago and told me that I would actually be doing what I'm doing right now, I would have laughed. But here I am creating it. I was in a place that all of you are in. I was there for a really long time. And the only difference between that old version of me and this newer version of me is I didn't quit. I stayed consistent. I believed that I had the ability to change it. So we're going to talk about detoxing. So I just wanted to start the foundational video just to kind of give you an idea of why it's so important to have a clear vision and to be honest with yourself. Because if you're not in a space to receive the information, you're not going to change your life. All right, so we're going to move forward to the next video. I just wanted to share that with you guys. I'm so excited that you're here. You're finally taking a step to change your life.